Welcome to OOTO-TV, the out-of-the-office investigation from the past into the future of health. This time we're discussing lifestyle strategies for living a healthy, long life. I'm Bob, and I'm Sue. It is common to assume that our biological aging is a fixed destiny dictated by our parents' DNA. However, the Danish twin study challenged that assumption. Researchers analyzed the lifespans of identical and fraternal twins to isolate the specific influence of genetics. The data revealed a clear split. Genetics account for roughly 20% of human longevity. The remaining 80% is driven by lifestyle and environmental factors. This 80% dictates your health span, the period of life spent in good health. Human lifespan is largely the result of individual behaviors and environmental interactions, not a permanent lock within our DNA. Lifestyle strategies for living a healthy, long life are personal choices. Lifestyle strategies for living a healthy, long life exist to significantly impact your health and longevity. Our investigation follows 4 specific biological pillars: cellular nutrition, cardiovascular movement, neurological sleep, and social relationships. These 4 pillars function as a biological protocol that directs cellular repair and replication cycles. We begin with cellular nutrition. Biology shows that diet is less about weight management and more about cellular maintenance. The blue zone regions, such as Okinawa, Japan, provide a real-world dataset. These populations reach centenarian status through specific nutritional frameworks. The Mediterranean framework is the primary clinical standard, emphasizing high-fiber grains like teff, healthy fats from flaxseed and fish, and plant-based antioxidants. These nutrients neutralize free radicals that cause oxidative stress, protecting the cell's integrity over time. The timing of intake is equally important. Caloric restriction acts as a deliberate biological stressor that triggers cellular cleanup. A common application is the 16-8 intermittent fasting regimen, which restricts calorie consumption to an 8-hour daily window. This frequency helps stabilize insulin levels and directly addresses the metabolic drivers of aging. Proper nutrition provides the baseline for controlling systemic inflammation at the microscopic level. The second and third pillars are cardiovascular movement and neurological sleep. This chart shows the relationship between physical activity and mortality. Federal guidelines recommend 150 to 300 minutes of moderate activity each week to achieve substantial health gains. Individuals meeting these guidelines show a 33% reduction in all-cause mortality compared to inactive populations. While gym training is effective, clinical observations in blue zones highlight an alternative. Natural movement, tasks like gardening, walking to neighbors, and household chores, provides the steady-state cardio necessary for heart health without the need for high-tech tools. Movement requires recovery. This depends on 7 to 8 hours of neurological sleep. Sleep is the physiological window where the body repairs tissue and regulates cell function. Research suggests that 8% of deaths from all causes are linked to poor sleep patterns and a lack of restful slumber. Lifestyle for long life requires a routine, circadian rhythm, with regular diet, exercise, and sleep. Lifestyle, habits, diet, sleep, and exercise strategies can rehabilitate and extend your health. You're listening to OOTV with research by author Claude Bulow. Exertion and sleep form a biological cycle. Exercise provides the stress, and sleep provides the repair. We have to balance these findings with the reality of individual biological limits and socioeconomic barriers. Statistical data shows that cigarette smoking subtracts an average of 10 years from human life expectancy, a deficit that healthy eating cannot easily bridge. Furthermore, the supplement industry is significantly underregulated. Relying on unlisted ingredients for longevity can lead to accidental exposure to deadly substances or dangerous drug interactions. There is also a question of access. Maintaining a diet of fresh, organic foods within a 10-mile radius is a privilege dictated by geography and economic status. Finally, we cannot ignore the 20% of genetics that provide our biological baseline. Certain markers, like the APOE gene, set hard ceilings on cognitive and cardiovascular health. The objective of these protocols is to maximize the physical potential of your inherited genetic profile. That maximization also depends on the 4th pillar, social and psychological integration. This is Dr. Robert Waldinger, director of the Harvard Study of Adult Development, the longest study on human happiness and health ever conducted. The study found that relationship satisfaction at age 50 predicted physical health at age 80 more effectively than cholesterol levels. The mechanism behind this social impact exists at the end of our DNA strands in the form of telomeres. Telomeres are protective caps that shorten as cells age. When they become too short, the cell becomes dysfunctional. The body also produces klotho, a protein that protects the heart and controls insulin sensitivity. Chronic stress suppresses klotho production and accelerates telomere shortening, forcing the body to age more rapidly. Data shows that regular mindfulness and meditation counteract this process, resulting in significantly increased telomere length after just 3 months. Tending to social relationships is a documented medical intervention, as vital to longevity as dietary maintenance. We have analyzed how these systems interact to define our biological future. The Healthspan protocol demonstrates that these behaviors function as a single, interconnected web. Success in one pillar often depends on the stability of the others. A Mediterranean diet stabilizes the energy needed for movement. That movement drives the fatigue required for deep sleep, which supports the mental health needed for community integration. Lifestyle strategies for living a healthy, long life include continuous learning, passion for a project or purpose, community, and possibly pets, plants, and relationships. Lifestyle strategies for living a healthy, long life can extend your life and happiness. While genetics provide the starting point, 80% of your longevity is the product of this daily biological and social maintenance. We've covered the data behind the protocol. You're listening to OOTO TV with research by author Paul Bulow. Thank you for joining the investigation. We'll see you next time on OOTO TV.